This is Shannon, helping with Semi-Pro Live, and we are back with our newest product, man. The newest, proudest members of the network. But I'm not going to do too much talk. I'm going to introduce the leader who can guide us through this journey. He'll be telling us about not the newest, but one of the hottest leagues in the North Texas area. But I'm going to let my guy, Coach Patterson, go ahead and take this one over, man.
Man, what's good? It's your boy J Pat, aka Evo, for those who know me on the other side. Hey, we're just here to represent TYSL, give y'all a side of the football that y'all don't really see. So welcome to the show, and we're gonna get this thing started right.
It's Coach Hall, better known as Coach Zay, man. DFW Ravens, 10U. Just a little team, little rec team, 10U team.
Avengers.
This guy. Coach Kevin Watson, Fort Worth Longhorns, 10U, another little rec team, been around a few years, and also vice president.
Hey.
All right, man. So we're just going to dive into it, man. So we're going to start off with the kids. So we're going to bring all these old people back to you a little bit later on. So we're going to start off with the stars of our show for this one. So let's pan on over here, producer. You got the camera on me a little bit too much longer. We'll start with my guy to the right, only because he's a lineman, and Semi-Pro Live always practices lineman love, man. So what's your first and last name? The camera right there. What's your first and last name, man, and where you from?
My name is Aiden Gwen, and I'm from Texas.
All right, what city you from, man? What school you currently going to?
DeMcGray Elementary.
All right, man. So this your first year with the Longhorns?
Yes.
So how you been liking the experience so far, man? Is it fun? You guys winning? What's going on in Longhorn land?
It's kind of fun, and we've been winning.
Well, that always makes it fun when you compete, man. Let's slide over here to your teammate. Number one, man. So what's your first and last name? What position you play?
My name is Benny Warner, and I play running back and outside linebacker.
All right, man. So how long you been with the Longhorns?
Like 2 years? I don't know.
2
years. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
All right, man. So how you guys been liking your journey being a part of this league, man? What's the season been like for you so far?
It's been good. Nobody scored on us so far.
Oh, okay, holding it down on defense. So are you both? What's up, man? You guys both defensive players, or we got offensive player and defensive player? What's the stat line?
I play both sides.
Both sides. So what side do you guys prefer?
Offense.
Offense.
Defense.
Defense. All right, man. Well, let's bring in some of the coaching staffs over here, man. So I know you guys. I'm gonna keep it clean, so I'm gonna let you guys get to the gritty, man. So let's go ahead and take it away on some of y'all questions for some of these young athletes over here.
So young athletes, so let me ask you a question for both of y'all, when both of y'all can answer it. What is it about y'all coaches that y'all appreciate the most?
They put us through a lot of work for us to succeed.
So you enjoy the running?
No.
I'm just saying you can provide more if that's what you need. I don't want to, cut you off for something that you're in love with. If you like running and bear crawling,
it helps us to not get tired in the game.
Oh, you media ready, man. Do you play quarterback?
No.
Might want to try. All right, we'll slide over here to the rest of our guests, man.
Oh, my man. I need my man to answer that question.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to get to the stand up your camera shot.
What was the question again, Coach?
What is it about your coaches that you appreciate the most?
They line us up in good positions, and we do some good plays with the running backs and the quarterbacks and passing the balls.
All right, we'll bring in Coach Zay.
So what's some of the plays y'all run? Can you give me the names?
Hey, I just had to see.
Yeah, one that you scored many times.
No, a good question for y'all. Both of y'all watch football, right? Y'all like football, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite NFL player?
Tyreek Hill.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Prescott.
Okay, man. I thought you was going to hit me with an Aaron Donald, but it's okay. It's a lineman, we don't get our names called as much, you know what I'm saying? You get to a couple years in, you start remembering that. All right, man, so we got the coach here, man, so let's bring it in because, kids are always camera shy. So, Coach, tell us, You're not camera shy, oh. You want to talk some more?
No.
All right, yeah, I'm just saying, this is your show. If we need to talk some more, I can put it back on. We can focus all the lights on you, man. This is your show. Look behind you. We can put the screen back on you and everything. So how's school going, man? We just got past the first 6 weeks. Oh, yeah, you just said that with some authority. So what them grades looking like?
All A's.
All A's? Ooh, okay,
Hand clap,
man.
hand
Yeah.
Don't we got. She don't want to press the hand clap button. She gonna make us do it in real life. But so, what's the key to being able to be an awesome athlete on the field, yet you still have enough time to pump out straight A's, man? My oldest son may need a couple of tips.
Pay attention in class and do your own workouts at home.
Okay. So swing over here, pressure. You still got on the uniform, so I'm gonna assume the grades are passing. What the grades looking like?
A's. and
A's.
B's.
Okay. So what are some tips that you have for other young athletes that inspire to be able to do the thing on the field and have good grades? So what kind of tips would you give a fellow athlete?
Do your work and
You got it, man. Do you work, and what else? What's the second thing that's most key for you having success in the classroom?
to
Get up on school on time, make sure you're prepared, eat a good meal. What helps you the best?
don't be respectful to
Be
your teacher.
respectful. Be respectful to your Hey, that goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. So let's go over here. We'll swing over here to Coach. So, Coach, man, just to dig into your conversation a little bit more, how long have you guys been a part of the league, and what's your experience been as one of the leaders of an organization been in this league?
Well, the Fort Worth Longhorns have been around since 2009, so this is our 14th season, technically. And so we joined TEYSL in 2016. We did leave for 1 year, tried some other things, but we came back, and so we're probably one of the longest tenured teams in the league. What I would say is, for our organization, we've been in the Southwest Fort Worth area our whole existence. We've been in one area. We have kids come from everywhere. I think the most important thing for our organization is we really push God, family, and football. That's just how we feel. It's every single level. That's kind of our motto. And I think that's what's important for us. We've had some things happen off the field that, we thought would break us, and they didn't. And it's just because we have a strong leadership starting up top with our president, Roy Johnson, and myself. We've been in those positions for some time now. We work very well together. And so, that's how I think that we're successful. So we've had a good run in TEYSL. We've been able to win a couple of championships here and there. And we've always been competitive.
So let's talk about something, a little bit of an overview here. I can bring all the coaches into this one. Tarrant County football. Right now, as far as youth teams, there's only a couple of teams that are absorbing a lot of the attention. Of course, TNS, Pac Prime, and what TCU Bulldogs have been doing. And they've had a lot of success, but there are a lot of high quality, high octane players coming out of Tarrant County. They're playing all over the DFW. What do we have to do to get some of these Tarrant County players to stay home and to choose more Fort Worth teams and stick with their local programs?
I mean, I guess I could start with that. I think Fort Worth ISD kind of started doing that when they updated their schools, they're updating their fields, they're updating the aesthetics. I don't care how good of an athlete you are, you do want to see nice things, you want to see a nice field, you want to see a nice building. And so I think when I was growing up, we didn't see that. I'm 44, so when I was their age, we're talking about early 80s. A lot of the Fort Worth ISD schools were where you were trying to avoid. They had great football programs, honestly. Late 80s, early 90s, a lot of Fort Worth ISD programs were really good.
Yes, they
But
were.
you couldn't tell because of how they looked. Then you had a lot of those suburb ISDs start to do the things that Fort Worth ISD is doing now. Building big stadiums, building new schools, building in great neighborhoods, putting stuff around the stadium.
Oh, that's Lamar. We stole a lot of East Siders.
Well, so but I mean, but that's what Fourth Eyes did. If you look now, that's what they're doing. But a lot of those, like the Alitos and those places that are like on the fringe,
Yeah.
they've been doing that.
Or Brewer.
So a Brewer,
Prime example.
Exactly.
A lot of those West Side athletes are playing for a white settlement school.
yeah.
I think when a lot of kids, good organizations really don't lose kids. That's one thing. That's the one stigma that people don't understand. Good organizations don't lose kids. You lose a couple here or there, but at the end of the day, a lot of that goes down to what you're looking for in an organization. Some kids are looking for more of the fame and the battles, and depends on what you're looking for in the org. So good teams don't lose a lot of kids. And that's even with TCU. I love what TCU does. TCU is very homegrown. They stick by the script. So them getting a lot of credibility and stuff right now is great because they deserve it, because they've been around longer than both of our teams put together. So they deserve it. The TNSs and the Pac Primes, they just found what worked for them. Pac Prime found what worked for them. They took 3 great teams and made it into one team. So when you talk a number of kids, they got a number of kids instantly when they did it. So it's just what works for you. And what works for like an organization like the Ravens is building inside of our area. Like when we take kids, what we learn and what we try to do is build our area. Of course, we get kids from different areas at times, but we want to build in our area. Like when I go talk to kids, I talk about bringing a good team to your area. We're in the Arlington area, the South Arlington area. I'm gonna say we're the best team in Arlington. That's to whoever. That's to
And
whoever.
we're open for those matchups too.
We got the championships to prove that. So we're the best team in Arlington. That's to whoever in Arlington feels like they need to say something.
Oh man.
We got 1,000 fields in Arlington. But not saying we're the best team in this area, because it's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of great teams. You got the Longhorns, you got Pac Prime, you got TNS, you got Southside. You have those teams that are good. But my goal as a coach is to bring good talent so people don't feel like they have to travel to Pleasant Grove to go see SED, or don't feel like they have to travel to DeSoto to go see Havoc or teams like that. Bring something good in your area so the kids in your area feel like they don't have to go all the way across the country to experience those same good things.
Oh, you showing off some
Well,
respect. I like how you slid in, shout out to
I didn't say nothing wrong.
Well,
side story.
but to your point though, that's one of those things that we've never had to merge.
Right.
And I'm not saying that any of those teams had to merge.
Right.
But we've always been happy because we take the kids that come
Right.
and we build them up. We don't have to go find them and do anything else with them. They come and we build them up and try to make them the best that they can be. The good thing about that is when I was growing up, you played at the team that you were closest to. That's just the way it was. Whatever neighborhood team that you were close to, that's where you played. These days it's definitely not like that. But I do like the fact that where we're based, we have 90%, probably 90% or more of our talent is from our area.
From our area.
So
Right.
that's definitely a great point.
All right, man, let's bring back the athletes in it, man. So we're gonna swing over to my 2 young athletes. Hey, in youth football, you got a lot of choices, man. There's teams all over the place. They got icy jerseys, they got highlight videos, and they got big old rings. So what went behind you guys choosing to become Longhorns? I'll start with my guy at the end. What made you decide you want to be a Longhorn? All right, we'll start with your teammate. He might be able to guide you into it, man. So, what helped you make the decision that you want to be a Longhorn?
My dad convinced me, and there was a good team.
So, was there another team that you had your eyes on? And how did you weigh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Smart answer. Give me that, man. Yeah, he going to college.
We have a clip that was sent in.
Well, yeah, we got some clips sent in. Let's go ahead and we'll check out your clip. That way you won't have to look at yourself on the TV behind. walk us through what you're seeing, producer. Okay, here we go. So we got you. I'm gonna assume you're on defense or offense. Okay. Nice little 5-yard pop pass to the outside. Let's see what you got. It's okay. The league goes ahead and books this for Texas Elite Game of the Week. Clips, they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? We'll already have them. Oh, I see a big dog with the pancake in the background though. Coming down the sideline.
That's me.
Now, did you really know it was you, or you saw the fastest person on the field and you put 2 and 2 together?
No, that's me.
Okay, I'll just make sure. All right, man. So we got a couple clips in, man. So tell us, do you remember that game? So what was the score of that game, and what was the importance of that run that you had there behind you? What was going on in the game when it happened?
The score was 42-0, and what was the other question?
It was 42-0, and then you just decided
32.
32-0. Okay. And now, was that the score that was going to employ the mercy rule, or was that your first touchdown of the day?
Yeah, that was my first touchdown
Okay.
of that game.
All right. So how many touchdowns do you have on the season?
Like in this season,
Yeah, this season.
4.
4 touchdowns on the season. So what's been the key part to you getting the touchdown? Has it been the play calls, or has it been blocking of your line?
Blocking and the play calls.
Okay.
I find my holes and just break.
That's what's up, man. Very smart athlete, man. Very smart athlete. So, man, on defense, man, so what's your stat line looking like? You got any sacks on the season?
I don't know what's right now.
No, you got any tackles?
Yeah.
All right, so what's your favorite part about playing defense?
Getting a sack and recovering the ball.
Okay. So how many fumble recoveries you have on the season so far?
2.
Okay. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, man. I want to thank both of you gentlemen for coming on and giving us some of your time. It's Monday night. You guys got to get back to watching the Cowboy game and get ready for school tomorrow. So I want to just go ahead and give these young men a hand. We're going to take a quick commercial break, pay a little bit of bills. We'll be right back with the show on Monday night.
2.
And we are back, Teysl, live on Monday nights, man. This is a product that you're gonna be able to see weekly. We're gonna be going over the scores. We're gonna bring in different coaches, different athletes. This is just gonna be an in-depth look for you guys just to get more information about this league and the men and women who would make this possible for the kids and the young athletes who are doing the shows on the field. So we're gonna bring in, man, we got this head man in charge for the Southside Hornets, man, a long-time program out the Fort Worth area. Now, before we get into the noise talking and down to the stats and everything else, we always like to let people get a chance to introduce themselves before everybody comes at his neck, man. So tell us a little bit about your program and the history of what you guys been doing out here in Fort Worth.
Okay, so I'm Coach B. I'm the head coach of the Southside Hornets 12U. Like I said, I'm with Southside Hornets. We've been around 49 years. It'll be 50 next year. So we started off as the Poly Hornets. On the east side of Fort Worth, then we switched, changed the name to Southside Hornets. Now we're based out of the south side of Fort Worth.
Now, I have to ask you this on camera. So you guys started off by Poly. Do you know country?
No, I'm from Cole.
Okay.
Other side of the track. But
If you're from Poly, you better know who country is. He's a 6'5", 350-pound white dude. You know who Big Country is. You know he went out there. But anyway. Somebody gonna hop in the comments. I know country. How you know country? But back to your luxurious program, Coach.
like I said, man, we we do other sports as well. We do basketball. Shout out to our cheerleading program. Taylor Covington has our cheerleading program doing an awesome and amazing job, man. Salute, Taylor, salute. Like I said, also we have basketball as well. We trying to work on incorporating in possibly baseball, maybe by the spring. Like I said, but all of that info either goes through Coach Pat or BA. They'll have all of that information at a later date.
Okay, man. So, well, now we on some nitty gritty, man. So, you guys are actually one of those few programs that have been around longer than the actual league.
Yeah.
So, what actually initially attracted you to what was going on over here in Teysl?
Actually, the league that we were in, it was Mesa League, which the Longhorns in that league with us as well. Believe after 2017, the league actually folded, so we all came over to TYSL. So we've been in TYSL for about 4 years since 2018 now.
So you guys came over as a group of different
Yeah,
teams.
we came over the year before.
So
We
also-
left Mesa, and then the Mesa folded that next year.
So do you think that kind of added to the longevity of the league? Because you guys, instead of you guys being a loose establishment of teams, it's kind of blocks. So you guys are more affiliated together than the usual league would be, because you guys aren't loosely affiliated teams. You guys have been playing against each other for years. You have the history and the rivalry and things of that nature. So what effect do you think that has on the different play and style of play out here in TYSL?
It's a great effect, man. Like I said, it creates rivalries. Like I said, and it's great for the kids because a lot of the kids go to school together. They talk noise back and forth all week long. It just creates for a great atmosphere on Saturdays, man.
All right, man. All right. So I'm a fan of your style of football. A lot of week before last we just came back from Corpus.
Okay.
Corpus they do football your same style, where most of the kids are from the local area. They're representing their communities. Tell us some of the plus sides of being a more community-based team than trying to be, maybe the select national chasing teams.
I said, man, as far as just being a community-based team, you're able to tap in with everyone in that surrounding area. So you're able to touch a whole lot of other kids, even the kids that don't end up playing with you. You're still able to touch them because they still know you. They'll see you at the store, and it's all respect. Hey, coach, how you doing? Hey, coach, how you doing? Hey, coach, how you doing? And like it's always good to see that, especially for kids that I'm not even coaching.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot better for kids that you're not touching, that you're not coaching every day. They see you and it's, hey coach, how you doing? Hey coach, how you doing? Hey coach, how you doing?
All right, man. Well, hey, look, I am a question hog, man. So we do have a panel here, man. These are people you're gonna see every week right here. We're gonna try and get him on the every week, but he got practice. I don't know he gonna let us do it.
It ain't gonna be every week.
So I'm
I'm
not
not canceling practice every week.
Let me swing over here too.
Why you won't come every week, man?
Because I'm not canceling
Apply
practice.
pressure.
I will. Can you come back on the week of the 15th?
Okay, I'll definitely be here that week. Yeah,
So you want
I'll
to
be
be
here.
What they don't know is, the week of the 15th is something special. Because you got 2 undefeated teams.
And
For 10U.
We will be undefeated.
For 10U. So you have the
I didn't like
Ravens,
I know he
10U.
shot slugs.
Will we be undefeated?
So they already.
What I'm saying
He
is,
shoots
the
slugs
10
through
you for
two other
Longhorns
teams.
is
Yeah.
undefeated
Will
by
we be undefeated? I didn't like that. Will we
Hey
be
man, I
undefeated?
can't speak for you. Do you want
Okay.
you want to talk for you?
I
You
don't
wanna
know,
talk for
man. Every week has been tough.
I mean, listen.
Every week's been tough.
They say
Yeah,
every
we've been
the
tough,
same.
Every week's been
Any given
tough.
Saturday, the same.
Every week's been tough, man.
You been putting us some donuts on there, my boy.
That's what we call a humble flex.
Yeah, he has to put up some donuts. I agree.
Yeah.
But if you look at the 10U standings, there's only one team at the top of the 10U standings right now. And it's not the DFW Ravens Elite. It's
Shout out to the
Fort Worth
Southside
Longhorns.
Hornets for scoring 6 points on us.
You look at the 10U standings, you're going to see a donut next to the Fort Worth Longhorns. Period. We're in the top spot.
We'll see the
right now.
standings in just a minute, and I'm gonna point something out. But it's cool.
Man, here we go. Now we're going to point.
I ain't
Y'all
say nothing.
gotta
I'm just
add
gonna
something
point.
to it, man.
I'm just gonna
Numbers
point something
speak
out
for
when we see the
themselves.
standings.
Numbers speak for themselves.
Numbers do speak for themselves.
Now, you have
Numbers
to
do.
realize, if you don't come to the show weekly, he's going to be here to make that case every
Oh, that's
week.
okay. That's why I'm glad we on live. I'm going to get on here and make a point. Trust me.
I'm gonna talk them up every week. They the terror squad.
Man, stop.
Yeah.
We just some kids that want to play ball.
So we got Terror Squad and we got the event.
We don't have a nickname.
They have a nickname.
I'm calling you
What's
a
the nickname?
Legendary Boy.
Yeah, that's the name.
Legendary
He put it
Boy.
out there. I don't know why he put it.
Yeah.
So you want to be legendary half the time? Then a legend is a legend.
We just a legendary on Saturdays.
That's good.
We just legendary on Saturdays. During the week, we just that little team in Arlington.
Ooh.
We just that little team in Arlington.
As long as you drop feathers.
What LeBron say? I'm just a kid from Akron. They just kids from Arlington.
You know the weird coincidence? I'm just a kid from Akron too. You know what I'm saying? Just an East Side kid trying to make, be honest.
Coach Cleveland said Longhorns versus Ravens 7U.
Ooh.
That's gonna be.
That's the game of the week. We ain't the game of the week.
We're not playing that. We're not playing this weekend.
No, we all play the same week.
Yeah, we all play the same week.
15. It's on the calendar.
All right, well,
I'll be there.
You gonna be there?
It's the game of the year. It ain't the game of the week. That's the game of the year. On a lot of levels, you know that. Let's just call it what it
It's
is.
gonna be.
well, I think Semi-Pro Live should be in the house for that one. I'm
I
just
think I
saying.
should.
I think
I
so.
have nice clips. It'd be a good way to build the environment, let people see the quality of football that's going on out here. And you know, I got bills to pay, so we're always going to be selling stuff. But anyway,
Keep it real. Hey, I do that business.
Hey, look, we're gonna go ahead and switch the focus a little bit, man. So we were talking about standings. So my producer, let's go ahead and what first slide are we gonna have up as far as standings today?
It's in your notes.
It's in my notes, but we'll go ahead. I guess we're gonna start off with 6U. We got Southside Hornets versus the Longhorns. These are the scores from last week, not the standings, correction.
Right.
We have the scores. So we'll start off with our scores. Southside Hornets went head-to-head against the Longhorns. These two gentlemen right here. The first game was won by the 6U Southside Hornets, 26-6. Solid matchup. Then we went up to 8U, 21-12. A pretty good game right there with Southside coming off with the victory. And that famed Longhorns 10U with a 32-0 score coming away with the victory to avoid the organization sweep, as the organization victory will go over with the Southside Hornets.
We the South.
South
South Afghanistan. I seen somebody say we the South.
Afghanistan.
South Afghanistan. We the South.
So I'm gonna take my two hosts, man. Let's dig into that matchup, man. So
I just want to talk about the 8U. It's number one out. It's Bugbat.
Hey, brother, I'm not here to confirm or deny.
So since he won't confirm with the line, I was there and I
Is
will
Buck
confirm. Yes, he's back.
Buck is
He
back.
scored all 3 touchdowns.
Buck is
Yes,
back. He
he's
out
back.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Buck is back out
But
the
I
door.
will say, I would not be doing my job as a father. My son is the quarterback for AU. He broke the buckle on his right throwing hand,
Prayers for him.
and he
Prayers
missed the
for him.
game.
Prayers for him.
So we will see y'all in the playoffs. I promise
Prayers
you.
for him, man. Prayers
Y'all
for him.
keep my boy Tyler in your prayers because all he want to do is play football. So he trying to throw the ball with a cast on every day. Still trying to throw the ball.
Just teach him left-handed, man.
Man, he said he told me, hey, Daddy, I can throw left-handed. I said, man,
that's
go back in there and
stiff
sit down. So, but it was a great matchup. Number one, he's an outstanding.
It's a bad boy, man.
He's an outstanding athlete.
We're gonna see his son in the playoffs with a lineman club. Doing
Yeah, listen, he want to play right now.
Oh,
It's winner go
stop
home,
getting
man.
in my neck. Baby Buck, I'm sorry. Baby Buck?
Yo, baby buck.
Baby Buck, I'm
What'd you
sorry.
say?
I think I said Buck and they got mad at me.
Oh yeah, no, it's baby buck. Baby buck.
I got it right, y'all. Don't get me. Don't get me, y'all. I got it right. I got
And
it
send
right.
us in plays and clips, man. So while we doing all this noise talking, we can have this playing behind me in the
Yeah.
background, you know. But
Southside AU is nice. I like y'all AU. Y'all are really nice. They've been good since they was on flag. And they all back on that team together. They special. That's a special team, man.
Real quick, hey, shout out to my boy Big Quan, man. Shout out to my boy Big Quan.
That's
number 2.
the team
Number
y'all
20.
got on that.
No, he's not 10.
He's not TV 14.
Is that 10-year-old y'all got?
He's rolling out.
He's 14.
I saw him
I got your back, bro. My 7-year-old, 160
Hey,
pounds. I gotta
hey,
bring my social
if you like good big man, bring him in.
I'm gonna have to come check him out, man.
He looked like
They 190 pounds.
He does.
and I seen him run the ball in the preseason. Yeah,
60-something yards.
man.
Yep, I saw him.
I seen him run the ball
Yeah.
in the preseason.
I will say this. I was a little surprised by that AU matchup, though, man. I will give it to you, quarterback. That's the team that I got to see up close. And I will say, that is a very dangerous squad when they have all their athletes. I like number 24, plays defensive end. That's my dude. He tore it up in that Mid-South tournament in the summer.
Hey,
But-
this just chimed in. Tavis of the DFW Tigers, man, DFW, Fort Worth Tigers, my bad, Tavis. He said don't sleep on the AU for the Tigers. He said he got some heat coming.
On the AU,
That's what he said, don't AU.
Tigers?
Tigers, that's what he said.
Well, tell him tell Roy Johnson that. That's who he got plays.
Hey, Tavis, you heard it, Tavis. You heard it, Tavis. Get that Rory out there.
You know who plays you for football.
Yeah.
So tell him about
He
these.
said get that Rory.
All right.
before we go off of those games, I gotta give a salute to you, B. You being over there, you being too humble. He probably got one of the best 12U kids
Definitely.
in the league,
Definitely.
and Chris,
Yes.
number 5.
Yeah.
I don't like that you didn't say nothing, so I said it for you, because you just act like you want to skip past and run away from that. We gonna talk about number 5 on that 12U.
What you want to talk about, man?
He's special,
Booby Miles, that's what we call him, Booby Miles.
and he shows.
Let's not call him moving around. We look different last name. Because he gonna make it to college. We going.
We call him Booby Miles,
Hey,
man.
listen, little Chris is a thumper, bro. Like y'all really, I seen since you had your hands on that young man. So salute to you for doing everything you're doing for that youngin. But yeah, you're definitely doing some coaching over there. So I done see him run downhill and put his shoulder pads in some checks. so yeah, so you definitely doing your thing over there.
I also like how you 12 you and got to get back for that little brother.
Oh yeah. We had to take up for little brother, man. We had to.
But
And they undefeated.
yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get ready for our next session. This is going to be one that our DFW Ravens representative is going to like. We have the DFW Ravens going head to head against the North Texas Razorbacks. Now, I'm surprised about this 6U score, this first one. The Razorback team is pretty solid. I got a chance to see them in Wednesday Night Lights last year playing. They had good competition.
Did you see our 5?
I did get to see your 12. I did get to see them, and these are similar results. But sometimes it doesn't always transfer over from flag. So it doesn't always.
Our 6U team almost look like that borderline should be putting on pads like tomorrow. They nice. Shout out to Coach Jay.
They're a season
Coach
group.
Gabe and them, they are very good. I don't even know what else to say. They very good. They disciplined. They got the boys doing pretty
I'm
good.
gonna say, you know who they remind me of? They remind me of that 6U Cardinals team from last year.
Yeah.
Where most of y'all got a big old line. All these kids could have on pads right now, but the league got them doing one more year in the flags. So, hey man, I'm impressed by that victory. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the second matchup. Was 8U, which looks like we were setting a trend, 28-0. Second shutout for the org.
We just want to get that back-to-back on AU. That's all. We just want that back-to-back. That's all. Coach, shout out Coach Meach, man. He doing his thing. Brought that team up. That team was 7U last year. Came up to AU. So shout out to Coach Meach for what he doing with that team, man. I like what Coach Meach doing with that.
And and then we had 10U, so I guess we do have a big time matchup coming up on the 10U matchup where the DFW Ravens were able to hang a half 100 against the NTX Razorbacks. Well, tell us, out of control is one thing you can call that game. How did we reach that score?
I feel like the game's in control.
On one side.
I'm gonna just say this. You always set goals every week, right? Last year,
You was at practice on my 50?
yes. But the reason is, we see each other a lot.
Okay.
We see each other a lot. We all see each other. We play basketball together and things like that as well. I lost to the Razorbacks in basketball, and they let me have it. And they looked me in my face and let me have it. And before I walked out, my feelings was hurt, and I looked at them and I told them, whatever y'all just did to me, I'm gonna get it all back in football. And they all looked at me and said, we won the Super Bowl on 10U last year. And I said, well, that was a long time ago.
Got it back in blood. Hey, in a weird, funny coincidence, anytime a bill collector calls me, I go, hey, y'all gonna have to get that back in blood. Got to pull up in Bedford. AT&T, what's up?
We just want to look as good as the Longhorns, man. That's all. We just want to look as good as the Longhorns.
That's pretty good effort towards
Terror Squad versus.
So now, I do have to say, in the interest of being non-biased, even though you are a host of the show, you guys did not pull off the organizational sweep.
We did.
The 12U was able to irk out a win, 18-13 in a good, close game.
We actually was up most of the game too, and they actually came back and won. So salute to Coach Tim and them for doing that.
So is the 12U running this week?
What you mean?
Well, if you guys feel that they took that one from you, I'm expecting them boys to be running.
I mean, yeah, As he said, my son's the quarterback, and he went out first quarter concussion protocol. So,
hey, shout out to you for not throwing him back in.
No, I took him to the hospital, man. Made sure he was okay. So he's all right, man. He'll be back this week.
Happy to hear it, man.
So, but they won. I'm not gonna take nothing away from that team. I don't like doing that because that's not fair to do to those boys who played that game. They came back and won that game. Salute to them. Shout out to Coach Tim and them because they did win the game. So I'm not gonna take nothing away from them and make it sound like they couldn't have did it either way. But
we weren't here, so tell us what was the key to them actually coming back outside of the injury. What were they doing good as a coaching staff, and what were the kids executing well on the field?
I left. So I don't know. I heard it was a big pass call. I know it was a big pass call on one of our better corners. And kid went up there and got it. So, just a grit. It was a gritty game the whole time. It was good. Anytime the Ravens and the Razorbacks play, you'll enjoy it. So
we talk all the time in the group chat. We're talking right now. You bring a certain energy. Do you feel that was when you had to leave and you had to take that energy away from the team? Do you think that was towards the team's detriment, or do you feel that your coaches kind of kept that energy the same way the other team just had a good day?
Well, I actually don't coach 12U, so I don't think they lost anything with it as far as coaches. They have a great group of coaches. Those coaches, Coach Foster and Coach Mo, have actually been dominant on that level for years.
So the Razorbacks just played a good game.
Yes, they played a really good game.
All right, man. Shout out to the Razorbacks. We'll have to get you here in the studio, man. You got to come tell the story yourself.
They don't have to tell that story. We can skip over all that. That's just
all right. We're gonna move over to our next matchup, man. We have the Duncanville Tigers going head-to-head against the NL Predators. Now, the Predators, I've never seen the Tigers play football before, so I don't have any personal opinions on the Predators. I got a chance to see them last year with their previous league. So, I know last year was
Predators over here.
Yeah, they were here.
They were here?
Yeah, the Evens were. Yeah.
The Evens were, okay. So I met their pure age over on that side.
Gotcha.
So, I was expecting, what year is this for the Predators?
They merged.
I know they've only been an org for maybe like 2 or 3 years.
They've been merged for 2 years.
So this is year 2. So
Right.
I was expecting them to take a step just because I know it's year 2. But
They had a lot of turnover on their 10. I know because the team that they took to the Super Bowl are mainly all 11 now.
yeah.
So their 8U was good, and they won on 8U. They won on 8U, and I watched their 8U play TNS. Their 8U was
It's a
good.
good.
Don't sleep on their 8U. Their 8U was good.
So that's where I was getting to.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these Duncanville Tigers.
Duncanville actually should have been over here. I'll say it on live. They should have
Yes,
been
sir.
here. Duncanville was over in the other league that's out in our area, TIYSA. RIP Roman. Definitely RIP Roman Smiles. Definitely RIP Roman Smiles. But Roman Smiles had another league that's kind of in our area. And Duncanville Tigers kind of was the force over in that league for years. They've been a force over there. They're a great track program, a great organization out in the Duncanville area. Coach Barry and them do a pretty good job with that org. So they finally came over this year, and I mean they got a pretty good team. I mean, the Teysl squad got to see their 10U, man, and had a pretty good game with them too, man. And Teysl squad's just too good.
He wasn't even there with
To your point, what I was discussing with you, I haven't played with my whole team yet.
Yeah.
Every week we have people out, unfortunately, illnesses, COVID, funerals, all kinds of things. The young man y'all met earlier, he lost an uncle that first week. He didn't play. When I tell you that young man is one of the top 10U players in this league and any other league, he is. So adjusting on the fly to missing some talent. Luckily it was a hard fought game.
Right.
That first game of the year when you ain't never played a team before, it's a filling out process. What they like to do, what they don't like to do. So it was a hard fought battle.
My first game was the same way.
Yeah, but that second half, I mean, we didn't feel threatened at all. I'm just gonna say it like that. We didn't feel threatened at all. We didn't feel like they could score on us.
the big flex.
We just, at that point, we were just filling them out. But when it was time to take the game over, we did. But I will say, shout out to Eli. They lost a quarterback in that game. He was their starting cornerback and quarterback. Got injured, broke his finger. So that was
he's done for the season.
Yeah, he's done for the
Prayers to
season.
that kid, man.
Yeah,
Prayers
prayers to Eli. Yeah, that
Eli.
game was really emotional.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy because they're kids.
Right.
One of my biggest kids is the one that hit him. And on the way home, he's worried about him. Coach, can you let me know what's going on with him?
Right.
He said, Coach, I prayed for him when he got home. That's why I coach.
Yes,
I don't care.
yes,
I really don't
yes.
care about winning and losing as bad as I used to. I'm 44 now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff more important. But when the kids he was really upset to the point where even the rest of that game, that was like first drive of the third quarter. The whole rest of the game, it was in his head. Where he was like, I let so-and-so get the tackle because I didn't want to hurt somebody. And you have to have those conversations with kids, man, at 10 that, I hate to see anybody get injured.
Right.
That's part of our prayer we pray before the game, after the game, during the game, and we always pray about injury. So that was a tough game, a big delay in between. But I mean, Coach Barry, I talked to him the whole time as we waited forever for MedStar to get there. And just, great program. I'm glad they're over here, but like you said, last year, I think they won 3 Super Bowls in that league.
They did,
won. So, and then they had a lot of kids out for track.
Yes.
That were still competing in nationals. So I mean, they're a great addition to the league.
Oh, so that's the team you said was gonna be.
Well,
hold on real quick.
Who?
So that was the slug. When you said that y'all would be undefeated going in. Oh, you was telling me we was losing to the Tigers. I'm like,
No, sir. What I'm telling you is I can only speak. Look, listen. I'm the vice president of this organization. I can only speak for the Fort Worth Longhorns.
I like that. I like that shirt, man.
So
That
when
shirt
I
good.
say we're going to be undefeated on 10-15,
Can I give him a
I can
shirt?
only speak for that. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it on the show.
And semi-pro live, we accept free gear from anybody.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm gonna wear it on the show for real. I'm gonna wear it on
Well,
the show.
speaking of free gear, if you need to get some new gear for your young athlete, go to shock.com, enter code semi-pro-live and receive 15% off your entire order at shock.com. Shock, okay. But anyway, back to the action, man. Let's go ahead and talk about this 10U program, because this is the one that was the game out of the matchups for the NL Predators. as it was an 8-0 victory with Duncanville Tigers able to come out with the victory.
It was 8-0?
8-0.
That's a hard fought game.
Hard fought game. So, we have any witnesses of the game?
No, unfortunately, I wasn't.
Anybody got any details?
No, I got no details. We've played both of them, but that's all details I can give you.
I haven't seen
I
either
got
one
some
yet.
comments. Actually, I think we got some comments. Let's check out what the folks at home had to
Don't,
say
don't.
about the game.
I got a parent on there. Don't listen to him.
Here you go.
Don't listen to him, man. He
A clock is
Just
a
ignore
broke
that
clock
comment.
is right twice a day.
don't listen to him, man. He's telling y'all too much. This is
All right, we're gonna move on to our next matchup.
Nah, it wasn't Louis.
So where are the Red Raiders at?
They are actually a non-conference game. That was a
Non-conference
non-conference game. Yes.
Okay. So we have the Red Raiders going head to head against the Duncanville Tigers in a non-conference matchup. Duncanville Tigers 12 handling business 27-0.
We'll see them Saturday.
The Tigers.
Saturday.
Oh, that's game of the week.
We'll see them Saturday.
That's game of the week.
That's supposed to be game of the week. We have a lot of people saying game of the week. We can make it out there. Semi-Pro Live, we are available. So
that's
let us
game.
know.
ODY 3 o'clock Saturday. Be there.
ODY make my allergies.
All right, we'll pan over to our next matchup. We've got the Fort Worth Longhorns. 7U went head-to-head against the Cedar Crest Comet, and that was cross-league play, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some cross-league play, man. Shout out to the Cedar Crest Comets. I thought they were out of business. I'm glad they still alive.
No, I think they
They
have
still
everybody. I
alive.
think they have everybody.
Yeah, they still alive, man. I don't know why
They
everybody's
just
talking
had a couple
about that.
coaches step down, maybe, but I think they're still better.
Hey, they still breathing, man. I like that program over there. But 7U action.
Brother Lionheart. Ladarian Lionheart. Yeah,
That's my, hey,
name.
hold on. We don't talk bad about Ryan.
No. I
Ryan
don't
Hart's my guy.
Hey, Ron Hart has to be the biggest energy of Uncut. If
That's
you ain't
my
uncut, if you ain't uncut, you already know that Ron Hart is literally the biggest energy. But he came on live a couple of months ago, was like, hey, this and that, woo-de-woo. That team right there. I'm telling you, Longhorns put that work on them. Hey, Ron Hart, my bad. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just telling you what it is. I seen that work put in. I was like, oh my. I even asked Brother Kevin. I said, hey, Brother Darren at?
What was the score of the game?
He over there somewhere on the field crying.
That score was 38-0. And the next score that I'm about to say, that's the matchup that I want to see. My son's in the 7U division. And I'll be honest, both of those two organizations, Ravens and Longhorns, were teams that I was open to consideration. And I want to see this matchup. So when do we get the 7U
15th.
clash of the Titans?
October 15th.
October 15th is Ravens versus Longhorns, man. It's gonna be a day to watch.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn ready.
And you plan to be at the field all day because you got solid matchups
you'll
from
be
the
there
start to the finish.
You're gonna be there all day.
Definitely. That's gonna be a long day.
It's a long day.
Literally a long day. But it's gonna be a great day.
What's the home field? Who's the home field?
We got the home field. That's homecoming.
The homecoming?
Homecoming.
Ooh, the disrespect.
You say that's what?
It's homecoming.
You made us homecoming.
Well, choice, man. We got four. We had 2 home games the first 2 weeks of the season. So you only get 4.
I will say this. We just got done doing a homecoming game. It was between 2 undefeated teams. 2 familiar undefeated teams between the Triple D Buckeyes from another promotion and the Redbird Raiders. And they call it the family reunion. Very familiar team. It was the Redbird Raiders, Triple D Buckeyes were coming in undefeated 3-0. And the Redbird Raiders had a little bit of a rough start because they didn't do any preseason work.
Yeah.
They came out there and shocked the world and was able to take down SIP and that high-powered 12U team at their homecoming. So it might be a little bit of reason or extra motivation behind that. You maybe want to
Whatever you got to use to get ready to play football. We don't need all that.
I ain't even worried about it. Hey, Monica. Hey, we gotta get Semi-Pro Live for the homecoming game of the week. Organization versus organization. We got the Longhorns and we got the Ravens. And it's the Longhorns homecoming. What better way to do it? Semi-Pro Live. Let's get on that, Monica.
Please. Anyway, man, let's move on. We got the DFW Ravens. So as we gave the Longhorns their chance to gloat, swing over. It's time for the Ravens.
You talking about that 7U, man?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't get my chance to go though.
Go.
You mentioned the score, but I didn't get to
Go real quick.
No, really. Shout out to the 7U, man. They've been playing spring ball, so all them babies fresh off flag played spring ball in TYSL.
Man, who's your one coach, the black coach that speaks fluent Spanish?
Black coach who speaks.
Last summer, FW Ravens Elite put a 26-0 hurting on the Fort Worth Crimson Tide out of the Big 12. So, man, that was a solid program in the Big 12 last year. I know from personal experience, you guys kind of went out there and had your way with them. What was the key to that victory?
That was actually from week 1. Our 7U was off this week, but
Recap score.
we'll recap the score. Talking about my 7U, you know, he just got to big up his 7U. I would like to say shout out to Coach Stan, Coach Cotton, Coach Ears, Coach Gates, Coach. Hold on,
Hey,
don't let me
Coach
mess that
Ears.
up.
That's my dog. Shout
Man,
out to Coach
salute
Ears.
to Coach Ears, man. Oh man,
Coach Ears
Coach
is
Jackson.
awesome, too.
That's my boy, man.
Coach Jackson.
Yeah, my boy,
shout out to
man.
Coach Jared Jackson. Trying to make sure I don't forget nobody. I'm spinning around in my head. If I forgot you, smack me in the back of the head at practice. I forgot. And Coach Hartsfield, that's the last one. Our 7U as well has been playing since the spring. Super Bowl champs. My bad. Super Bowl champs of the spring.
Asterisk.
Salutes to them. It ain't too many asterisks on that.
But it's an asterisk on it though. It might not be too many
Checkmate.
asterisks. It might only be a half an asterisk. But it's an asterisk on there.
I didn't see no asterisks. What I do want to say is, just like he said, great additions, great team. Salute to number 8, Grayson. This team's been winning since flag. You know, they was back to back.
Whoa,
To back.
They lost our 6U. Cut it out.
So which back?
Y'all didn't win back to back. Y'all won, then we won, then y'all won. Shout out to DA, man. Shout out to DA.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Shout out to
I'm
DA.
sorry.
Hey, I'm just here to set the
But they
record.
didn't lose last year, so they still going. You know, Super Bowl last year. Super Bowl. I can't. We don't count our eggs before we patch them. So.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, I just seen come my boy. Shout out to Coach Ed, shout out to Ruben, shout out to Jaleesa. South Afghanistan, man, we in here.
Yeah. So I don't think we gave enough credit to the teams that we haven't mentioned yet. And I know the Tigers.
There's a lot more scores coming.
Yeah, no, the Tigers was off this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So salute to the Fort Worth Tigers and what they do. Shout out Tavis. That 12U game versus y'all in Southside it's gonna be a good game. A nice
Last game of the season, that's our homecoming.
That's a nice. Y'all in these homecomings for y'all.
So you gotta circle up the home games. You gotta pick one. I mean,
Y'all in these home games is so disrespectful,
you gotta pick
man.
one, man.
I'm talking about last night.
That 12U game is gonna be explosive. 2 gritty teams. So I just want to shout them out because I know we ain't gonna bring up that game. Once again, shout out to the Razorbacks. If I didn't say it already, shout out to what Alicia and Tim does over there with the Razorbacks also.
Yeah.
So we had here we're still on the DFW Ravens. We had 9U in action against the North Texas Rough Riders. Now, 31-0. Impressive performance. So
Well-
tell us about that game.
Well, you know, our AU actually won the Super Bowl last year. Shout out to Coach Pip and his staff, Coach Pip, Coach Jackson, Coach K.
He loved throwing them
Oh,
slugs.
my bad, man.
You see what I'm saying? He
Coach
loved
Kendall.
throwing slugs. That's all
My
right.
bad, man. I just
That's
like
all
to.
right. What you
my
say
bad,
about-
I just
what you say about getting
Coach
back in
Kendall,
blood?
Coach Travis.
What you say about getting back in blood?
I didn't say that.
Okay, we don't see.
Salute to all of the coaches,
It won't be
man.
easy this
Still doing
time.
their thing. They had some great additions. They are definitely a nationally contending team, so it's gonna be hard to beat them, man. I know Coach Rory got a 9U out there in Fort Worth that want to see about them. So
We're gonna look at it.
we're gonna look at it.
It's
We're
all we
gonna
can
put it
do.
on paper. We're gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna make it cat.
What I will have to say, I will have to say, only because I know this small detail, that Rough Rider team was a better squad a couple months ago. I know a couple of the players and the coaches are now with another organization that I was filming this weekend.
It wouldn't have made the game no better. Don't throw an asterisk.
Hey,
It wouldn't have made the game.
First of
Hey,
all,
he's the same coach who was able to get sent to come to the Triple D Buckeyes.
Hey,
So,
hey,
I gotta give him a little bit of
hey, we'll put it like this. Hey, Chad, first of all, this is what we're gonna say. Chad, this is what we're gonna say. Such is life. Hey, in Pee Wee football, such is life. You win some, you lose some. You get some kids, you lose some kids. Hey, we're not putting nothing on this thing. Like you lost, you lost. We're sorry.
We was winning.
It is. It is what it is. Hey, you left. Hey, it's so
Well, I
easy.
had to put it in parentheses because we go down to our next matchup, which is the Fort Worth Longhorns which they went head to head against the Grindhouse Elite. And I have to give them some credit because that 9U and that Grindhouse Elite program, first off, they got a little bit of a boost because they got Logan coaching their linemen. So they actually have an NFL guy coming in and get their linemen ready. So they're a team that's going to be on the rise. You guys were able to handle business, man, 14-0. And
they handle business, unfortunately.
they were able to handle business 14-0.
Shout out to Coach Sean.
Man, so there's been a lot of goose eggs going around, man.
You know, donut stuff happening.
A lot of donuts. Yeah.
We don't like games being. See, when a game is too close, it just
It can be
just
just
sweat.
It
You know what
definitely
I mean?
make your heart
Yeah,
race.
it make your heart race, and you want to get it over fast.
So
That
here's
way
the
you can
question
relax.
is,
Don't ask. Don't ask. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
You're not gonna like my
We
answer, so don't do
got
it.
we got two team coaches, both of them with zeros behind the hyphen. When was the last time?
No.
I said no.
He
Your
talking
record wise. When was the last time y'all sweated in the game?
The last time who sweated in the game? Me.
You
last week.
Last week it's been 90
I'm about to say, man,
plus.
Without the heat.
Without the heat.
In the
Hold
game.
on, time out. Y'all played us last week. I see the cap.
Last week I sweated.
I see that.
Last time I sweated in the game.
That's a good problem to have.
Last week. Last week I sweated. It was
That's a
close.
good problem to
It was
have.
scary.
It was hot.
I was like,
scared.
I'm answering that. First game against the Titans. Because like I said, it was a filling out process.
Yeah.
So it's the first game of the year. It's tight. We down a few players. And so, I sweated week one.
I was actually there for that game. Bro.
You were there.
That was a great defensive game that y'all played on both sides. So shout out to Coach Berry for the Tigers. Y'all actually played a great defensive game. That number 30.
That's a grown man.
He a grown man, but he don't listen, man.
Hey,
I heard he drove to the game.
He just a little kid, man. That
Number
wanna
30 on
play ball,
18?
man.
Yes.
Okay. He big guy?
No.
Nah, man, he a little
He
kid.
a youngin.
Like this.
But he big and hard on the field.
Big and hard.
He a
Big
thumper.
boy. Okay,
He
I
a
like
thumper.
that.
Big and hard.
We ain't got no big kids.
I mean, listen, man.
Boy, you lying.
He know me right.
We got no big kids.
You lying.
You got a 6'5" receiver.
Who?
You.
I have no recollection. We never throw the ball.
I seen him going down the sideline.
We never throw the ball.
Alright. I mean, I have been hearing about you,
We never throw
getting
the
a
ball.
touchdown on the first hike of the play, of the
I didn't
series.
see that. I didn't see that.
Okay.
I have been hearing about them 65-yard handoffs.
Yeah, we've been hearing about
We'd
those.
see it more
Yeah.
if we got clips for Semi-Pro Live. Make sure
We
you
did
get
have
those
clips. I didn't send them.
Oh,
He did that on purpose. As soon as he saw the forward long one was on the program,
I seen who was
he
coming to
said,
the
I'm
show,
not sending no
and I didn't
clips.
send nothing.
No clips.
I didn't send one clip. I seen who was coming, and I didn't send a clip.
Hey, 10
when you wonder why your child didn't get their proper attention on their league show after Monica.
It was me. I didn't send them. So if y'all got questions, send you. Talk to me. I didn't send y'all clips.
He gonna make y'all run if y'all
I'm gonna get
question.
that flyer though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna do that 10-15 flyer for both of y'all. It's gonna be, it's gonna be righteous.
This matchup ain't it for you.
Let's get on to our next portion of the show. So we're gonna get into the action-packed portion. Well, actually, let's skip that, Jazz. We need to go to standings first. I want to save the clips for last. Let's go ahead and save the clips for last. We're gonna go ahead and get into the standings. We're gonna start off with our 6U standings. So right now we got we're gonna start at the bottom of the standings. We got the Fort Worth Longhorns at 0-2 right now, 52 points allowed. And then we're gonna come in number 5, the Fort Worth Tigers, 0-2 as well, with 38 points allowed. The points per game, the points allowed is the tiebreaker. We also have the NTX Razorbacks. They are 1-2, 95 points against. If you guys can catch up, so that means next week, somebody at the bottom of the standing, if they could put some defense in there, they could probably hop over the Razorbacks and get into third place. And then we got the Southside Hornets, in the 4th place, but the Southside Hornets currently occupying 3rd place by themselves, 2-1, only allowed 42 points. And then we have the Duncanville Tigers coming in at number 2. They are 2-0, undefeated, only allowed 12 points on the season. And the DFW Ravens Elite are the number 1 flag team in the league at 3-0, only giving up 8 points on the season. Now, I'm impressed with the score. 3 games, only 8 points in flag football. That's a difficult accomplishment, man. Tell us
Shout out
about
to
this
Coach
Ravens
Jay.
team.
Shout out to Coach Gabe, Coach DeWitt, Coach B Law,
Coach John, they do a pretty good job, man. They're a pretty good team, man. They are a very disciplined team. So if you want to score,
What's Coach DeWitt's first name?
do it.
Okay, that's his first name or his last name?
That's his first name.
Okay.
It's his
His
first
first
name.
name is his last name. His last name is his first name. Something like that, bro.
No, I don't know what you just said.
I was like, he is South.
I have no clue what he just said.
Making stuff up. Everybody don't need to be like that.
believe in that.
I was thinking like, I
Maybe
guess if that's right.
What I will say for our flag team, we're young. We never, as long as I've been with the organization, we've literally never had a 5U or a 6U. It's 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
We don't turn them away. And we got 34 flag kids this year.
Sound like a slug.
Hey,
Shout out to our father.
And we got 19 4-year-olds.
You guys are.
Hey, salute to y'all for taking those 4-year-olds.
We take 4-year-olds,
Salute to
man.
y'all for
We
taking
do.
those.
Look.
So 4 and 5-year-olds, we're heavy.
It looks-
6-year-olds, we're real light. So we're a young team. So
It looks bad, but with only giving up 52 points, you guys get a win that'll automatically put you in the 4th place, and a win with a good defensive performance puts you in the top 3. So season's by no way it's out of hand. Let's move up to the sophomores, man. 8U. We're gonna start off with our 7th place team. That's gonna be the Fort Worth Tigers. They've got I can't see the points per game because we have a brightly written letter over top of it, but they're in last place currently. We got 6th place is going to be the NTX Razorbacks. They've got they haven't had any wins on the season yet, 76 points against. And then we have the Fort Worth Longhorns coming in at number 5. They've got 1 win, 2 losses, 40 points against, but they've got 5 less points than the team ahead of them, Next Level Predators, with the exact same record, but they've given up 45 points against. We'll get into that at the end of this one. Pretty sure there's an explanation for that. Then we got the Duncanville Tigers. They are 2-1, only 36 points given up. They'll be in 3rd place. Southside Hornets bringing in 2nd place in this division at 2-1, only 32 points given up on the season. And the DFW Ravens, 2nd division in a row. They are in 1st place, undefeated, only 12 points allowed on the season.
Shout out Coach Meach, man. Shout out to those coaches. They doing a good job, man. I ain't gonna lie, they sweat. That Southside game was.
They gotta see me and again.
We know we cool. That's cool. Right now we sitting right here though. BA gonna come holler at us later on. I understand. We know. We cool with that.
And guess who will be playing that game?
I don't know.
Alright.
Our number one played that game.
Because you know he didn't play.
Our number one played that game. Cash. Shout out Cash, man. Shout out our quarterback Cash, man. He did his thing, man.
All right, man. Let's get the next group of standings. It's going to be the juniors, 10U football, man. We're going to start off with number 7. We've got at 0-3. We've got the Next Level Predators, 96 points scored against. Then we're going to have in 6th place the Southside Hornets at 0-3 with 88 points scored against. Then we move on to the number 5 team, the Fort Worth Tigers at 0-2 with 87 points against, but that is a fungible placement because they've only got 1 less point against you, but they've played a whole extra game. So basically you guys are the 5th place team. We've got the NTX Razorbacks with 1 win, 2 losses, 76 points scored against. That'll put them solidly in 4th. We've got the Duncanville Tigers with 2 wins and 1 loss. 1 game over 500 and only 12 points scored against them. And what I'll say about this 10U division, it gets competitive towards the top. So before we move on to the top 2 and reveal that, the top 3 in the league in the 10U division, we have 12 points scored against for the 3rd place team, 6 points scored against for the 2nd place team, and 0 points scored against for the 1st place team. So it's only a 12 points difference from 1st to 2nd place.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the announcements. Coming in 2nd place is going to be the 3-0 DFW Ravens.
Legendary.
With only 6 points scored against them. They're going to be our 2nd place team. And your 1st place 10U team
Terror Squad.
is going to be the 3-0 undefeated 0 points scored against Fort Worth Longhorns as the 1st place junior 10U team.
Flex over me.
I'm definitely going to.
Flex
Let me speak on it.
Do your thing, man.
So, the 3rd place team, that's 12 points we scored on them. Shout out to Coach Nelson Williams. That one loss is against us, so that's why they're in the spot they're in.
Gotta give him a hand, man. That was
So,
close. That
That was great game. Great
Both
game.
niggas
Great
did.
game. Man, listen, I say it all the time. If you follow me on Facebook, like I said, back when in my younger days, I talked crazy on Facebook and did all that stuff, man. I can't do that anymore sometimes. But now, I just coach kids, man, that want to play football. And I happen to have about 28 of them that want to play football, and they come to work every week. So that's the result, man. We got a great staff. Shout out to Coach Nelson, Coach B. Smith, Coach Boost, Coach Terry, Coach Barry, Coach Bud, man, great staff. Shout out to our team moms, man, keeping all the extra stuff off of us so we can literally focus on the boys and football. Y'all don't understand how big that is. We only have to focus on football every week. It's a big, big deal. So shout out to them, man, but we just want to ball, man. That's all it is. We already know what it is. We know nobody saw nothing about us in the first preseason. Didn't nobody say nothing about the Longhorns.
Yeah.
But that's how we wanted it.
Yeah, I know.
But we were in Teysl last year with a 9U team playing 10U. 35 boys, 25 9-year-olds. We beat the Ravens last year, I believe, on y'all's homecoming. I believe it was y'all's
That was a
homecoming.
big
we beat
slug.
y'all. With that same 9-year-old team. With that same
Big
9-year-old
slug.
team. Man, listen. When you get to my age, man, when you start recollecting, it come in waves.
Why
So
you doing
what I'm
all
saying is, I remember that. But this year, man, all 10-year-olds, a lot of those boys from last year came back and were great additions. So we just out here trying to ball.
You say you beat us last year on our homecoming?
I believe that was homecoming.
Okay,
man.
cool.
I believe it. I believe that's what it was.
Turn that favor up.
I ain't doing nothing, man. We just gonna be happy to compete.
Oh,
I will say this though. I will say
I
this.
just recall.
I will say this. If you look at some of those teams, 4 through 6, they all played us. They points is dramatically high for a reason. I mean, but you know.
But luckily at TYSL, it's points allowed. So
You're right. Because if it was points for,
Because listen,
we did put up 154 points in 3 games.
Hey, that's
but
great.
that's not.
Hey, that's great. But in football, man, if the other team don't score, you're gonna win the game most of the time.
But if you can't get to
Right.
40 and I can get to 40, it's
man, listen.
So do we even have a prediction for this?
You can get to 40, man, but
the prediction on the game. The prediction on that game on the 15th.
We doing
is
predictions next
0-0.
week. Hold
So
on.
we're gonna do predictions next
We
week.
have predictions
0-0.
next week. And plus, you gotta give me time for a sponsor to sponsor our
0-0,
predictions.
man.
Everything is for sale.
no, you're gonna win on penetration. You're gonna win overtime.
But anyway, let's go ahead and move on, man. We got to give respect to the seniors, the most elder members of TEYSL. So let's go ahead and start off with our 6th place and last place current team. Is going to be from the Fort Worth Longhorns. 0-3, 77 points scored against. Then we have our 5th place team, which is going to be the DFW Ravens Elite. They have the same record, 0-3, with 66 points scored against. It's like we're going in, we're just multiplying them by 11 because we're going to come to our number 4 team, Duncanville Tigers. They're 2-1 with 44 points scored against them. And then we're going to get into our top end of the bracket, man. So we're at number 3. At number 3, we're going to have the Fort Worth Tigers. They're coming in at 2-0 with 43 points scored against them. Now, this is another one of those tough divisions. Now, weirdly, there are roughly 40 points in between first place and third place, but third and second place only have about, let's say, 7 points in between them. So your second place team is going to be your NTX Razorbacks, and this is the baby of their organization right now at 2-1, only 31 points scored against them. And they're the highest ranked NTX Razorback team in the entire league right now. And your first place, can we get a drum roll? Can we get some claps? Say your first place 12U team, the Southside Hornets. They are undefeated.
Afghanistan.
Hold on, we gotta finish their stat line. Undefeated, and they've only allowed a safety on the season, 2 points.
And he mad about that.
Tell
No, I'm
us-
hot about it, but we got it fixed.
We got it fixed.
perfect.
Never get the ball on the 2 again. Well, man, tell us about the squad.
Man, shout out to my coaches, man. Coach OD, Coach Warren Freeman, Coach Dill, Coach Solo, my defensive coordinator. He's behind that defense, man. He got that defense flying around, man. They are flying around, they fast. They game tackle their specialty, man. If you got one person running the ball, it's finna be 5 black helmets on you.
We got to talk about this defense, man. And 12U, they're throwing the ball. They are throwing the ball. They're returning punts. They're returning kicks. How are you guys going through 3 games of youth football with all the mistakes, bad referees, bad weather, or kid just not feeling good, and only giving up 2 points, man? I got to ask that
For
question.
the record, he said bad referees.
No, we didn't say that. Monica, that wasn't us.
I'm not saying.
Monica, that was not us.
I didn't say nothing about the
Monica, that was not us. I didn't say nothing. I love the referees.
Hey, look, hold on, yes. First off, I don't want to throw no slugs at referees because I don't want to get kicked off any more fields. Louisville kicked me off the field. How you gonna kick me off the only field I wasn't being paid to be on? I was outraged. I was like, man, it's the only thing I'm doing for free today. Y'all gonna kick me off. But anyway, man, look, we gotta talk about that, man.
Yeah, man, it just comes down to turnovers, man. I think every game we forced at least 4 turnovers.
So are you guys coaching and focused towards turnovers? Is this something that you guys are doing in practice, or is it something the kids kind of just have a nose for?
Nah, it's just something they got a nose for, man. We had 2 interceptions Saturday, dropped one.
That's humble, because he could have really taken credit for them kids' talent
Nah,
right there. I
man.
gave him the open door.
Yeah,
and
nah,
he gave it
man,
back to the
it's-
kids, man. I respect
Yeah,
that.
because like when you start coaching kids at the age level that I coach, some stuff that they do, it just can't be coached. Kids at that age are way more advanced than we were growing up.
Yes.
They way more advanced.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give credit to my kids where it's due, man. They out there making plays.
Credits
know-
matter. No, I'm playing.
You know, one thing I do want to say about y'all, though, I salute Southside because y'all go that extra mile and y'all remind me of good football, what football was for me as a kid and stuff, to going to pick up the kids, making sure the kids got away, taking care of them kids like your own and talking to those kids, making sure you are there for every step of the way. I salute organizations like that because that's what Pee Wee football is about. That's the missing link right now when you got all the stuff going on and the BS in these leagues and the shootings and stuff like that. They miss the core of what's it about. The kids who football is all they have. Like some of these kids, football is all they have. We did a tournament with Coach LJ in them one year, and we worked and Coach LJ and man, I forgot glasses. Older coach, what's his name? No, not Coach Pat. Say it again.
He was on a team?
Yeah, he was on tenure at that time. I just talked to him too, man. I forgot his name, man. Blame my head, not my heart, man. But they brought every kid.
Oh, you probably talking about Coach Freeman.
Yeah, Coach Freeman.
Yeah.
They brought every
he
kid
coached
with
me
them.
now.
They brought every kid with them. And that just shows you, like, that's what it's about. Let's give it back to those kids. Let's remember that these kids love this. And I seen one thing Joe White said, and I salute him for saying it. I hate when we say,
I was just about to bring up.
I hate when we say we done. Don't be done because it's not about us.
Right.
We've all played. We done. We done playing ball. So it's easy for me to say, I'm done. I don't care no more. Or I want to retire because there's too much going on. But that don't affect us. We go back to our jobs, we go back to our lives. It affects them kids who now have to sit at the house and miss out on what they want to do, what they enjoy, what builds on them. That's why my big thing this year is, regardless of whatever we do on the field, we're going to have fun. We're going to remember this is about having fun. Regardless of what's the outcome. If the outcome is bad, we'll be a little upset, but scratch being upset. Remember we having fun. We enjoying practice. We doing things like that. Every organization, shout out to y'all for doing it. Shout out to being volunteers, but get back to the thought. None of us get nothing for being the greatest youth coach of all time. None of us, man. Coach Bly is one of the best coaches I've ever seen do this. I salute him. Coach Tony, they used to coach with the Elite, one of the best coaches I've ever seen do this, man. Shout out to what Greg and them do at SCD on that team. Some of the best coaches, man. And they do this out the kindness of their heart. None of us make any money doing this, man. So just remember why we do this. Just remember the why. We can win. You get a little trophy. Hold on, Monica. We get nice trophies. Don't. we get good sized trophies and things like that. But at the end of the day, that trophy means nothing to us. Because we don't get paid for that trophy. The only thing that matters is the smile on those kids' faces when they come to that field. The smile on those kids' faces when they get to come to practice. Having a kid come up to you, like you said, see you in the parking lot and just say, hey, coach, or man, just bring tears to your eyes when kids show you their scholarships and stuff like that. So don't give up on what you're doing because it's hard right now. It's hard, but it's hard because it's time to change us. It ain't hard because of those kids. It's hard because it's time for us to change us. And remember who it's about. It's about those kids. If those kids having fun, it's about those kids right there. And I'm sorry, but I know we was doing standards, but it was on my heart because of what Southside does. And people may discredit Southside or whatever for standards and records. None of that matters because everybody in Southside Fort Worth loves that team. They gonna come play for that team. They love what they do. Everybody gonna know the Fort Worth Longhorns. They know what Coach Rory do. They know what they bring. They know what Coach Bly's done for them. They know what those teams has been around. They know what TCU does or those words like you brought up earlier. But the thing is, remember your reason. Remember your why. When I became a football coach, it was because the coach that coached me showed me he cared. And it meant a lot to me. So when I grew up, I said, if I can't do this, I know I'm gonna go back and be a football coach for the kids because I know I need to touch somebody the way I was touched as a kid and make them feel just as much love about the sport that I felt about it. So, and it's on my heart because this weekend it was that crazy stuff that went on or whatever like that. I don't want to speak on that because I don't want to glorify the bad. I only want to glorify the fact that let's remember, parents, everything. Salute to Miss Monica, salute to what Dana and them do as well. Making it harder, making it strict on some of those parents. Hey, if you want to act a certain way, you go. Just go. Because you can't take it from
Zero tolerance.
you. Man, she almost man. But I love this one.
Zero tolerance, man.
But zero tolerance. But remember your why.
Yeah.
Remember your why. Remember this why you do what you do.
And I'll piggyback off you, bro. It's heavy and it's hard because a lot of our old school coaches are moving out the way. And so you got more and more young coaches coming in. And so they gotta be able to trust us to pass that torch. Because their time is coming to an end. It's time for them to rest.
Right.
And so now we gotta, like you said, we can't quit. Now it's more of a time for us to put our head together and be more headstrong going in because even with the parents acting crazy or whatever, like you said, not gonna glorify the bad, we are losing kids at a mass rate to the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And parents, I urge you, get into your kids' social media. You have to. Because kids have more access to guns and drugs than we ever had in our lives. And I always used to tell mine, like, I live the life you trying to live. But it's different. They got social media, they got more friends, they got access to anything, more free time. And so we gotta be more involved. And sometimes the best thing that a kid has is his coach. I know for a fact I done had kids come to me before they come to their parents. Hey, coach, I gotta talk to you about this girl. Hey, coach, I gotta talk to you about smoking. Hey, coach, I gotta talk to you about this. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? But we are the ambassadors for the parents.
Right.
We gotta be able to speak for the parents. And so if we're not gonna keep our heads strong and on our shoulders and buckle up and take this ride for what it is, then we're gonna lose our kids, we're gonna lose our community, and we're gonna lose our culture of what we bring to this sport. And we gotta be on a unified note. It doesn't matter if you're a Longhorn, if you're a Raven. I know for a fact, I talk to Hall, I talk to B, I talk to them every week. Almost every day with B. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be like that. I don't care what you got on the front of your jersey. I don't care what colors you represent. At the end of the day, I'll call Hall, hey Hall, listen. Matter of fact, let's be real. I fought in my organization this season. Hey Hall, you got some room for some of these kids? Hey B, I'm gonna send my nephew and them over there to come play for y'all. You know why? Because I know for a fact, if I send a kid to the Longhorns, I send a kid to the Ravens, I send a kid to Southside, Razorbacks, whatever I send them kids to, I know who hands they gonna have on them. And it has to be like that. You don't have to be in Dallas trying to pull a kid from Fort Worth. You tell that parent, hey, it's a team over there called the Longhorns in Fort Worth that's close to you. I do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get to that point to where we can sit there and share the wealth of these kids and go on to different programs. We got to, because we don't, we end up fighting over kids. Kids see us fighting, and kids do the same thing on the field.
Right.
Parents, I will hop on your heads for a second. What you have against your organization, keep it out of your child's ear. Why? Because they hear what you're saying, and they're going to come to you, and they're going to bring their energy on the field. Yeah. And so we need your help. We need more to be there, because we need more men standing on the forefront than we need our women do. Our women got to stand behind us for this. The men needs to be on the front line, and we need it. I'm off that note.
All right, man. Y'all came with the heat. I don't even know if I should talk anymore. All right, man. Well, we started off giving the 12 they're the number one team in the TYSL. We had a lot of positivity coming out of there. That's part of the reason why we want to give you guys this platform, so people can get to know the personalities, the coaches, and the men who are impacting these kids over in this league, and why teams are coming over here, why teams want to be associated with this. But with that being said, before we move on, man, I've noticed personally since I've gotten involved in youth sports, regardless of the strength of the organization compared to other organizations, if you're a community-based team, those 12U teams tend to be like the gym. By that point, regardless, because even if you haven't had the most talented kids since 5U or whatever, those are the kids you've been able to have your hands on the longest. They are a representation of the whole org. Whatever scheme you're trying to get across on offense or defense, they're going to run that to perfection. So I'd like to go across to each one of the coaches, because I assume all of you guys have coached that 12U unit before, or you guys have been around 12U.
My first year coaching Pee Wee football was 12U.
So what do you think the impact is of?
First of all, I hated it.
This wasn't talking back.
My first thing is I want to say I'm a big fan of 10U football or 11U football.
That's right before they get personalities.
It's not even about the personality. I love the personalities. It's right before you get to intertwining, and you don't have as much. It's a lot harder mentally, because now you have to lock in on their brains outside of what they're doing over here already. And the schools will teeter back. Trust me, my son go to school as the quarterback at his school, and he come home telling me, because like I said, he got hurt this weekend. He come home telling me, Dad, my coach wants you to call him. I said, I know exactly what he want to call about, what he want to talk about while my quarterback getting hurt on the weekend. So you deal with a lot more. And also, no offense to parents, I love the parents, but you also deal with a couple parents who now understand, like, he don't have to do this anymore. 11U football, there is no middle school ball yet. So they have to. The kids still love it, but they're older. They can experience it. Their brains is mentally ready for that. It's good. 10U football to me is the show, because these are the kids that's not classified as babies no more. Right. But they're not the older boys yet. So like you said, they haven't got their personalities all the way yet. So you catch them right in between, where it's just good football. 12U is big boy ball.
Yes, sir.
I think one of the two eventually will happen. Just me being honest, I think either 12U will go away and it'll just go 11, or I think middle school will go away. One of the two. But it's always going to be, this year to me, 12U around the DFW is weaker than it's been in years. Yeah. And it's just the simple fight of all the BS that goes on in Pee Wee.
I'm going to, you know what's funny? To build off of your point, and this is what, because every time I go on the board, people are always down on junior high football. I think we've been down on junior high football so long that the junior highs are listening. Because right now, because we went through the pandemic, they hiring teachers without certificates. Yeah. They letting a lot of these youth coaches you coaching against on the weekend, they at a junior high. So part of the problem with the 13 and 12U unit is now they starting to be able to get what they could only get on those select fields. They're starting to be able to get it at the school. Right. And that's affecting the balance of power over on the select football side. But I don't think it's negative, because the doors, the type of coaches and the people who are getting the opportunities. Right. I know a number of coaches who are getting opportunities at schools, or they're coordinators, or guys I played semi-pro football with, and they're getting head coaching jobs. So I think it's going to be a good thing in the long run, but it's going to be rough for that age group for the next couple of years as it kind of balances out.
Hey, Prince, I just looked at the standings and it didn't say the Predators number one. I mean, and Prince, my boy, I love Prince, bro. I love Prince. But I don't think it said y'all was one. But okay.
I mean,
But to the point on the 12U though.
Yeah.
We can get back to that.
No, we ain't gotta get back to that.
But to the point on the 12U, I've never coached that level. I'm what Hall say, that 10U level, I mean, I've coached everything but 12U. It's just a different ball game. From how long you get the boys to how, practice schedules and parent participation, and it's tough, man. I mean, it's tough even for great programs.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough. You look in those stands sometimes on the 12U games, and unless you a powerhouse, man, them stands looking scary.
Scary.
And I'm talking about it's been that way for years. You look back there like, damn, got 25 kids on the team and 25 people in the stands. Some don't add up. But
I will say this though, on that 12U unit apart in Fort Worth, you guys have it a little bit harder because the Fort Worth and the Tarrant County schools, they've already redone the schools from this.
yes, right.
Like you
Correct.
go over and look at Meadowbrook, them kids over at Meadowbrook got a brand new school, they got a brand new field. The same field they're playing on
Right,
youth.
and like you said, even the surrounding ISDs, it was different when it was
Arlington redid all that.
it was only Fort Worth ISD or only Dallas ISD. No, Arlington, Mansfield. I don't care if it's Crowley. I mean, Crowley just built a multi-million-dollar stadium. Like that's. I went to Crowley High School I graduated in '96. Yeah, I know. We played at the school. Like it wasn't turf. Now they not only do they both have turf fields, they have a whole sports complex.
Yep.
And that's just a surrounding ISD. It's not Fort Worth. It's surrounding. You can go to smaller ISDs, Lake Worth ISD, Chisholm Trail. Like these places got nice, real nice facilities. So I mean, I think it's great for our kids though. I think that they get to see these nice facilities and use these nice facilities that 10 years ago, it definitely wasn't like that around here, around anywhere around here.
Hey, Bedford Junior High got Nike jerseys. You got to compete on 12. But hey, man, well, let's get on to the dessert of the show. We're gonna get to the clips and the picks of the week. Now, we are currently in talks for a sponsor. I can't guarantee a prize this weekend, but I'm going to try and get a prize for this first game of the week. I mean, for these first clips of the week. So our first winner, we got 2 clips. First one is going to be number 30, Camden Ivory. Oh, okay. It's going to be.
So this is a contest. So basically what we need everybody to do, so each clip will be
This is the
labeled
voice of our producer.
A or B. And so we'll play each clip. So if you vote for clip A, just drop A in the comments. If you vote for clip B, drop it in the comments as it says in the notes, Jenny.
All right, I'm gonna read the notes. I just kind of go at it. Anyway, so we're gonna announce the winner on a later show, correct? We'll announce the winner next week, so we'll have a prize by next week for that winner. All right, so our first clip, are we starting with clip A is going to be number 30, Camden Ivory from the Southside Hornets. If you look at the highlight it's going right now, he's going to break multiple tackles on a great run. He's a very hard runner. Camden has never played any sport. This is his second year in football. His mom says Coach Ed has helped him become has helped grow his love for the game. So we got the play going on behind us. All right, well, I'll just keep going. So we're gonna go on to the next clip. So we've got, this is going to be Anderson Green. He's an outside linebacker for the Fort Worth Longhorns. He's number 24. The player runs the ball for a touchdown. Check out the juke and nice cut as he goes into the end zone. All right, so those are both of your clips of the week candidates. If you want to have your clip considered, look for the post on the let me make sure I say it correctly because I've been struggling with it all day. TEYSL Facebook page. Make sure you look for the post. There's going to be a post to ask for clip of the week. Respond at the bottom of that post with your clip. Post your clip on the post. Don't send it to me. If you send it to me, I'll make a highlight video and put it on my reels, and I'll try to make some money off of it, but I don't know if you'll win anything. So make sure you put it on that post. And outside of that, man, that is pretty much our show. So let's swing over here to the host of the show. Who would like to go ahead and sign out first for
We
us?
not gonna do the games for this week?
Well, we have an official game of the week.
No, I'm saying we're gonna predict the games from what's playing, or we're not gonna do that.
I think you said that next week.
Next
We're
week.
doing
Oh,
it.
yeah,
But we did standings today, so we're gonna do. But we're trying to get a sponsor, so we don't have to do it for free.
So if you know anybody that wants to sponsor the show, definitely hit us up. You can hit me up. You can hit Coach John up, Miss Monica, Coach BA, Coach Foster, Miss Alicia, whoever you need to hit up. Just hit them up if you want to sponsor the show. We'll definitely appreciate that. This was our first show. We really appreciated it. As soon as
Thank you for the votes, everybody.
they coming in too.
Yeah,
They coming
yeah.
in. I'm gonna vote for the Southside clip because it's on us and yeah. I'm gonna vote for A because the Ravens in it. Motivation, yeah, motivation.
Oh, you already know what I'm voting for. I'm voting for B.
Yes.
Little Anderson is a monster, and so yeah, voting B for me.
It doesn't count if you don't put it in the comments.
Oh well, let me.
Well, my vote is usually what you guys don't notice is I don't have the screen in front of me. And I'm just pretending to see all these things that are coming on your screen. So I haven't seen any of this stuff yet. And after I find out, I'll vote. Pass. Oh, here we go. No, I missed it.
Well, my vote is I'm gonna go with A. Because my nephew playing on that A, so I'm a rock with him.
It's family, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You see the shirt, y'all know what I'm voting. See the shirt, you know what I'm voting. You can call me biased or whatever you want.
It's okay to be biased.
Hey, there's nothing against no other kid. I'm rocking with the home team, man. Voting A.
Yeah, we got an evenly split cast. I still haven't seen it because of no replays. So we'll go ahead and sign out, and I guess we'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna go ahead and pan over to my guy Patterson and give us a final statement from each one of our cast members, and we'll see you guys next week. So,
Hey, you know what it is. TYSL. We're gonna do this thing bigger, better, faster, and more. Hey, look for bigger things coming from TYSL. Hey, I'm your co-host, John Patterson. We got Xavier Hall over there. Hey, we're gonna keep doing this thing week in, week out. Stay tuned in. Keep doing your thing. Hey, and for all the teams in TYSL, hey, salute to y'all. Keep doing your thing. All your coaches in every other league you in, keep doing your thing. We salute you. We need more of y'all, more men on the forefront. Peace out.
all right, we'll go to the Southside Hornets and get a last statement from South
Well,
Afghanistan.
Checking out from South Afghanistan, this is Coach B, head coach of the 12U squad. But we repping for every age level, 6U, 8U, 10U, and 12U. Make sure y'all, if y'all don't have nothing to do, come to ODY Saturday, 3 p.m. Game of the week. Southside versus Duncanville Tigers. We on y'all head, man.
Versus Fort Worth action coming up. Swing over here to our other guest host.
I appreciate you for having me, man. Coach K with the Longhorns. It's been a good day. I appreciate you guys having us out. Shout out to TYSL. I know we've been around for a minute, and it looks like y'all got some big things going, and we want to be a part of it. Shout out to all the coaches out there, all the team moms out there. Big shout out to all the cheer programs out there. What I've seen is cheer programs growing from year to year. Ours is no different. Shout out to Coach Kiki. She's good. Man, we got 70 cheerleaders. I've been with the organization 10 years. We ain't never had 70 cheerleaders. The last 2 years, we had 70 cheerleaders. So yeah, man. So I mean, so shout out to the cheer programs. Shout out to the committed parents. And then I got a guilty plug, man. If you want the best wings in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you need to go to Wing Doctor, man.
For us
If you want to go to get the best wings in the DFW Metroplex, you need to look on your Facebook page and find Wing Doctor and get some wings. That's a sample, man.
They sent us a picture. I couldn't eat this. I almost smelt it, but it didn't come out the screen. So next week, hopefully, if we apply enough pressure, we might be able to get some of these wings in real life.
Man, I got you. Well, I will bring wings for the show 1 week. We'll work it out. I
All
got
right, man. At least, we only got 5 people. You bring a 5-piece. We each get a fry. We got it going.
6.
6. Oh yeah.
You got that real producer. How you gonna leave me out? I can't
We'll do 6 weeks. We'll do 6 weeks.
You know, I just want to squint my eyes like Coach John did when he shot. So I'm gonna do my whole thing like this. You know what I'm saying? This Coach Hall with a Z, not an X. You know, he called me X. This Coach Z Hall. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody for tuning in. I appreciate Miss Monica for letting us do this. We really salute you. The TYSL is growing. I'ma say it. Everybody else scared to say it. It's only 2 leagues in the DFW area that matter, and that's the TYSL and the Texas Sports. Other than that, everything else is just they there. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't like what I said, it's okay. Before I go, speaking of cheerleaders, you ain't finna get me in trouble for not saying that. Shout out to Coach Raymond, Coach B with the Ravens Church Union. Also, yeah, that's what I was just finna say. Also, October 2nd, which is this Sunday, you got the 4-league cheer and dance collaboration with Texas Sports, USAYL, TYSL, and TIYSA. I think I gave all these letters right. That's right, yeah. Bring it to the mat. All those leagues working together. Now, fellas, you see the ladies did that and did it together. I still got my eyes squinted like Coach John. But you see the ladies was able to do that and work as one. We need to start doing that as well and learn how to work as one. Shout out to Texas Sports and MD1 and TYSL. We took a big step at the beginning of the year and we had our collaboration day as well. TYSL won, but you know, it is what it is. I know they're going to get mad and they're going to get on my head because I said that. Hey, just don't at me. That's all it's about. Just don't at me. I said it already. Don't at me.
Keep squinting, bro.
I'm going to squint the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also what I'm going to say is when we predict every week, don't at me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's TYSL. It's TYSL, man. Your host right here, Coach. Well, he told me I can't call you a coach no more.
Who said that?
Coach Prince said I can't call you a coach no more because you an outcast. So, John. Hey, hold on. Hey, you feel me? Hey, you really coaching yourself, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be back next season for your head, though. You feel me? Yeah, I'm there. You feel me? I'm there. You heard me? I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we ain't gonna talk about how your sons had stole my Gatorade that time we was during spring football. You know what I'm saying? I never got that Gatorade back, my boy. You feel me? Come on. Nah, obviously, that's my boy, though. One love, my boy. Salute to everybody that tuned in, though, man. Make sure y'all tune in every Monday. We'll be here every Monday bringing different teams in, showing y'all every team in our league. That way everybody can get the exposure and keep these teams going, man. We will looking to build. So if you interested in coming over next year, come holler at us. You know what I'm saying? Just come talk to us. If your league, if you don't want to be in the league where you got your, I'm playing. I ain't gonna
Call it what it is.
Hey,
I'll be honest with you. TIYSA, I love what y'all do. Bring it to TYSL. Let's merge that together. Hey, all you teams who got your pure age, hey, bring it over to TYSL next season. Hey, let's quit playing these games and bring it over. We really want to take this thing over. And we can't only do it, bring it together.
Hey, Foster said talk about the TYSL.
TYSL Texas Sports All-Star Game. We're going to talk about that next week. We don't even know about that.
We'll do it next week. But we are doing
I do a show with Texas Sports. I didn't know it was league versus league, so I guess I'll talk about that on Wednesday, too.
Hey, I'll tell you like this. I got a little snippet for you. What's going to happen is TYSL, we're going to take 5 kids from each level. We're going to go over there to the little Texas Sport boys.
Yeah.
And stuff a ball on y'all head, boy. And you mean?
Well, Semi-Pro Live is a neutral platform. We represent a number of leagues across a number of places all over the place. And we'll see you guys next week on the TYSL show. Tune in this Wednesday, Texas Sports Live on Wednesday.